Well, hello and welcome to the Slim, Strong, and Sexy Show. I'm your host, Michelle Hart, your nutritionist and fat loss specialist. Today's topic is 6 reasons why you're not losing weight and how to fix it fast. So I'm actually going to start with sharing my screen. Before I do that, I do want to encourage you to ask questions. So this is the time that you can click the link, let me know who you are, and send me your questions so I can answer them live today. So just make sure you do that. Okay, so here we are. We're going to share our screen and we're going to start the training today. Give me a second. Okay. So again, today's topic are 6 reasons why you can't lose weight and how to fix it fast. You're actually going to learn how to pinpoint exactly why you can't lose weight without expensive and time-consuming tests. I do want to start by saying this stuff really works. So I've been in clinical practice for over 2 decades, and what you're going to learn today has helped thousands and thousands of busy women just like you lose weight by getting healthy first. So one of them would be Tammy. She lost 10 pounds in just 30 days. That's by getting healthy first. And you're going to learn to see what her stumbling block was and how she fixed it to actually start to lose weight right away and feel great. Then there's Christine. She was mom of 2, flute teacher. She, again, lost 10 pounds in 30 days, and she spent years and years and years on fad diets like Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, and she lost weight while she was on those diets, but they were so restrictive that she gained all the weight back. Not only that, she was on all these medications, but after starting with me, she was actually able to go off her asthma medication and her GERD medication as well, and she's doing great. And then we have Olivia, came to me, 20 pounds in just 90 days she lost. She came to me with fatty liver, sluggish, unmotivated. She wanted to move ahead in her career, a singer-songwriter, and she needed some help desperately. So I put her on the plan, and she's got a record deal now. So this stuff really works. So just pay attention. I would get a pen and paper and start to take some notes. I want you to imagine for a moment if you had a team of world-class scientists detect exactly why your body couldn't lose weight and to find the simple solution for you to fix it fast. So a little bit about me. I am a clinical nutritionist. I'm a chartered herbalist, personal trainer, detox specialist, all these things. But really what it is I get women results to lose weight by getting healthy first. So what I want to do is share with you right now some weight loss struggles that I see time and time again, and the 3 reasons why most busy women fail to lose weight and keep it off for life. The first one is, oh my gosh, they're always looking at the next shiny object. Whatever is being advertised on Google or in the books or on TV or in the magazines, or what their neighbor is using or what they've overheard really works. So they're looking desperate for like the next pill or the next medication or the next food or the next cleanse or whatever, when they're actually not taking a step back going, but why am I overweight to begin with? Okay, so that's the first reason why women have a hard time. The second reason why women struggle with trying to lose weight is the diets that they're on they're so restrictive. And there's so much dogma out there, like this diet's the best, that diet's the best. Well, actually, they're all good. What's going to work for you? A lot of them, though, are just too restrictive. They're eliminating too many food groups. And, it's like living in prison. We don't want to do this. There is a better way where you can actually enjoy some of your guilt-free allowances and have some food freedom. That's what's going to allow you to stay on your plan and have fun doing it without any more struggle. And the third reason why a lot of women have a hard time losing weight is they struggle because they feel like they always need to be motivated all the time. And really, motivation is fleeting. And so if we're always chasing motivation, then we're going to have a hard time staying on our plan. So basically, we're not going to want to do that. We're going to use motivation maybe to, get a better workout when you are motivated, or maybe be a little bit more stricter if you start to fall off the track. But really, we need self-discipline. So learning the skill of self-discipline is really how you're going to turn this around, okay? So the solution actually to losing weight and keeping it off for life is really simple. We are complicating things. But what I'm going to do is share with you, we have to, first of all, learn more about our bodies. And so just so you know, we're not like our neighbor. We are not like our husbands or our partners who can go on a ketogenic diet and just shred so easily and you wonder why you can't. You're not like, your kids who can eat whatever they want, whenever they want. You need to learn more about you. And so that's the solution, is we have to start with, learning more about you. So where are you sitting with your metabolism? Now, if you're overweight and you're watching this, then we know that there's 6 metabolic imbalances that are directly tied to why you can't lose weight and keep it off for life. And so when we know what these 6 are, then we can break past, like the superwoman here, break past the stubborn weight gain and move into exactly what you're looking for, which is so, so simple to get slim, strong, and sexy. Now, what are the 6 metabolic imbalances that lead to stubborn weight gain? Well, let's discover which one you fit into. So the first one I'm going to be talking about today is poor digestion. So that I would say 99% of the time of all the women that come in and the one that I speak to, their digestion is off. And so the clinical signs of poor digestion would be gas, bloating. If you're constipated, that means if you're not having regular bowel movements every day. What I mean by that is 1 to 3 a day. If you're not, you're constipated. Or if you have disaster pants, or what we call diarrhea, your stools are too loose. So that would be a sign of poor digestion. And that has been one of the reasons why you can't lose weight. The second metabolic imbalance, completely tied to not able to lose weight, is food allergies, undetected food allergies. We can call them food sensitivities. There is a difference, but really we're just going to make them the same today. And all I'm going to say is the clear signs of food allergies or food sensitivities are you feel stuffy, you feel like big, you feel fatigued, you have skin rashes, and you have brain fog. So the food allergies or sensitivities are what's actually driving your weight gain. The third metabolic imbalance that I will be covering today is Candida. Okay, so Candida for sure is completely tied to why you're holding on to your extra weight. And the clinical signs of that are you crave sugar. You have uncontrollable sugar cravings. Maybe they're not sugar cravings. Maybe they're alcohol cravings. Maybe they're bread cravings. They are cravings that you can't overcome. Okay. And you have brain fog. Brain fog. You can't think properly. So basically that's what's going on, and the Candida is overtaken. Okay, now let's go to the next one, low adrenals. So low adrenals are also one of the imbalances that lead to stubborn weight gain. So what are the sure signs of that? Well, fatigue and hard to get out of bed and just low mood. Let's get to the next one, which would be low thyroid. So we already know about low thyroid, but really it is one of the 6. And if that is definitely one of the reasons why you can't lose weight. So why it's tied to that is because everything in the body slows down. Everything is sluggish. Your digestion, your mood, you can't lose weight. You have dry skin, all these things. And we need to fix it. And then the last one is hypoglycemia. So what that means is low blood sugar. And so you're in a chronic high blood sugar, low blood sugar situation. You have these uncontrollable blood sugar swings, and you need to basically eat all the time. So let's talk about the first one. We're going to get into poor digestion and its path to weight gain. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the primary signs of low digestion. So if that, it might fit your picture, which is you have, by the end of the day, you actually look pregnant. That would be one sign. The other sign is if you have food that sits in your stomach like a log and it's just not digesting. Or you have an aversion to meat. So it's not like you have an allergy to meat. It's actually you don't have good digestion to absorb it. You have tired, heavy feeling after you eat. That is a sign of poor digestion. And of course, we know constipation and diarrhea. So how does this lead to weight gain? Well, it leads to weight gain because you are not breaking down your foods. So you are made of what you eat and what you absorb. But if you can't break it down, then you can't be healthy. And what is unhealthy? Unhealthy is weight gain. And so really, this low stomach acid situation is really the driver of poor digestion. So you don't have enough of the stomach acid to actually start the breakdown of your foods. And what that does is that then further leads to altered gut bacteria. You may have heard, well, Candida would be one, but there's a whole slew of others. And when you don't have the right gut bacteria, you can't be lean because you're growing the wrong bugs that drives weight gain. They actually are linked to weight gain. And so it's the foods that you're eating that you're not absorbing is food for the bad bacteria, the ones that are leading to the weight gain. And then what happens after that, I'm giving you the path, is then they give off toxins. It's called endotoxins. So endo, exogenous, endogenous. So inside the body, inside you're creating these toxins. And because of the bad bacteria. And what that does is that leads to a chronic inflammation state that then leads to unwanted weight gain. I am going to actually stop this for a sec and see if there's any questions right now before I move to the next one. No questions yet? Okay, good. Just checking. All right. So I'm going to go back to my screen and share that. There you go. This is fun. Okay, so we're going to go to the next metabolic imbalances, which is food allergies. So food allergies, this is going to be the path to, what I'm going to teach you is the path to weight gain. So what are the primary signs of food allergies? So food allergies, basically you wake up in the morning and you don't feel rested. That would be one sure sign. The other one is you can see her, she's like full of respiratory issues. So she gets kind of like snotty, I guess you'd call it, and just really congested and feeling her eyes water and the eyes are itchy and she's always needing to use the tissue. And so that would be a sign of food allergies. Like these sinus attacks, anything that shows up on the skin, a rash, hives, that would be a food allergy. Acne, so adult acne would be definitely one. And if you have been called a hypochondriac, so you're always getting sick all the time, that would be one. And those would kind of be the primary ones, I guess. Migraine headaches, that would be another one. For sure, migraine headaches. If you suffer from migraine headaches, you likely have a food allergy that's driving that. So how do food allergies lead to weight gain? Well, you're eating a food that the body can't break down. So it's a food trigger. So the body looks at it like it is a stress and it's a toxin. And so it needs to do something with it. And what happens then is this then leads to, again, these foods that the body can't digest are feeding the bad bacteria in your body that then lead to weight gain. They're actually called firmicutes. You're creating more of those bacteria species based on the foods that your body can't digest. And you're not allowing for the growth of the Bacteroides species, which actually lead to being lean and healthy. And so again, this leads to these endotoxins. So the body is creating toxins because there's an aftermath, there's this battle going on, and they're releasing all these toxins. And then what happens then is it leads to this inflammation. The body is under stress, and this all leads to weight gain. Ha! Do you see the similarities to poor digestion? I hope so. Okay, so just a few things with food allergies. A couple that I would be looking at right away is regular wheat. That is the #1 food allergy, is modern day wheat. So even if it's whole wheat, we don't want this. We also don't want pastured milk. Pastured milk, that's such a food allergy. And so this also does mean looking at your labels. Like if you're eating packaged foods, are they in the ingredients? So you want to look at that. There are others, but I just want to share with you those first two. Okay, so now we're going to move to Candida. Well, Candida is a metabolic imbalance that really does lead to weight gain. So what are the primary symptoms of Candida, the sure ones? Well, first one is if you have an itchy vaginal canal, that would be one. Itchy skin. You can see the tongue is white. That's a sign of Candida. So what are Candida? They're yeast-like fungus that have overgrown in your body. And primarily they start with just in the intestinal tract. But if we let it go for too long, they can actually, these organisms, they want to grow and they will burrow holes through the gut lining, and they will actually attach to other organs in the body and make them fungus-like, like pancreas. Like you can have a pancreas that's fungus, pancreas. Thyroid can become fungus-like. Liver can become like fungus-like. And so, because they just want to grow. They want to survive like you do. So we really want to take care of this before it becomes what we call systemic. And so what are the primary signs of Candida? Well, actually, if someone walks by and they have perfume on and you just react right away, like you have a sinus attack or you just feel horrible right away, that would be a sign of a Candida. If you're hypersensitive to all these foods, you have an overgrowth of Candida. Definitely rectal itching. That is a sure sign. And bladder infections, scratchy throat, you feel bad all over, you wake up tired and you had a good sleep, and you actually can't eat fermented foods. You react to them like a histamine response where you get hot and flushy and you feel just horrible. You also crave sugar and you can't get off the sugar wheel. Like no matter what your willpower is, you still crave sugar, no matter what that is. It's because the Candida want to grow and they are driving your appetite, they're driving your sugar cravings. So unless you take care of Candida, you will fail because they will win because they've grown. So how does it lead to weight gain? Well, the first one is it will lead to weight gain. It starts actually with a poor diet. So the poor diet, and also mercury exposure. So if you're eating a lot of farmed fish or big fish that are full of mercury, or if you have mercury amalgam fillings, so silver fillings in your mouth, those will also create the situation where Candida love to grow. And then when this happens, this leads to, again, the low stomach acid. You're not digesting your foods. And if you're not, the pathogens are growing, the fungus is growing because of there's toxins, leads to inflammation, and that all leads to weight gain. Not only that, I mean, all the sugar you're having is obviously going to lead to weight gain as well. So I'm actually going to stop my share to see if anyone has any questions, looking for any comments or questions here. And if not, then I'm just going to keep going and sharing my screen and educating you. There are solutions near the end, and also you can also book a free call with me after. So let's go back to sharing the screen, and we're going to go back to the training. Okay, so the next one is low adrenals. So low adrenals, how it leads to weight gain. So how does it do that? Well, let's talk first of all about what the signs are. The signs are, well, I'm sure you're pretty guessed. You just have no energy all day. You have no energy. You have a hard time getting out of bed. Your mood is down. Your libido's down for sure. And you're just completely fatigued. And this is, really, really hard to navigate your days. You have a hard time relaxing. You jump easy when someone startles you. It's like a quick little jump. You react too quickly and you feel bad about it. Those are kind of like the low adrenal state. And so my son Trey's calling. I'll have to talk to him after. So how is this going to lead to weight gain? Well, first of all, your cortisol is your stress hormone. It's either high or low because your adrenals aren't able to regulate this. And so if you have low cortisol, you have low energy. If you have high cortisol, you're feeling really, really stressed. And so what does that lead to? It leads to low or high stomach acid. So either you get the acid reflux from high stomach acid, or you get the poor digestion, which is I can't digest my food. The food's sitting in my stomach, low stomach acid. What does that lead to? It leads to blood sugar issues. And so you go from high blood sugar to dropping low blood sugar. And when that happens, your mood follows as well. And plus, not only that, you're going to add more stress. And what happens is this actually leads to belly fat. So the cortisol receptor sites are located around the middle, around your belly. And you have more around there than you have anywhere else. So if you're suffering from like jelly belly, then you likely have low adrenals. This also leads to, again, the situation toxicity because of things aren't going well and we're not eating well and all these toxins are being released. That leads to chronic inflammation. Again, if the body is inflaming all the time, the energy goes to try and survive than it does to lose the weight. Now let's get to the next one, which is low thyroid. This is really sad. I see a lot of women that are diagnosed with low thyroid or present with symptoms of low thyroid, and they are so struggling. Nothing is working, even though they're on medication. And that can be really saddening because I know you're trying. It's not like you're not trying. We just got to do the right things. So what are the signs of low thyroid? And this actually is important because even if you're on medication, your thyroid may not be working properly. And if you're not on medication and you never really thought about your thyroid, let's look at some of the symptoms. Well, let's see, if you feel creaky after sitting for some time, your heart seems to miss a beat or flip-flop, you're nauseous in the morning, you have constipation, you have morning sickness when you're traveling, you have cold hands and feet, you have cracked heels, you have kind of yellowish skin, you have poor response to exercising. So no matter how much exercise you do, nothing is shifting with your body shape. You cry easy, your emotions are just all over the place, and you really have a hard time working under pressure. You have low libido, which is really sad, and you are puffy, you get headaches, migraines, you're depressed, so many things, because thyroid is responsible for everything, so much in the body. So here's the thing. We've already identified some of the symptoms, but what most people aren't talking about is the driver of this is actually leptin resistance. And what is leptin resistance? I've talked at lengths of this for about 5 years. And what leptin is, it is the master hormone. It is basically released from your fat cells, and it enters the brain and it tells the brain that you're full. And so you're supposed to stop eating. Well, if this gets dysregulated, then what happens is you can't tell when you're hungry or full. And this leptin hormone actually is the kingpin to all the hormones. So if leptin's not working, then thyroid doesn't work, adrenals don't work. Your hypothalamus doesn't work. It directs all the other hormones in the network. And so you're left with, I can't lose weight. I have osteoporosis. I have all these conditions that are linked to hormonal issues, but really it's the leptin that needs to be fixed. And so we need to become leptin sensitive. So basically what that means is you can tell when you're hungry and full so that everything can work. And that's how you can fix thyroid. So basically what happens is if you have leptin resistance and you're not fully able to detect when you're hungry and full, this leads to blood sugar mismanagement. It leads to an overeating situation, an undereating situation, and then all this again, it's common, like all these toxins get released because we're not eating properly, we're eating the wrong things, it leads to chronic inflammation, and again, weight gain. So hopefully that's opened up your eyes to something you haven't heard before, and if not, then maybe it's a reminder to really pay attention to getting leptin sensitive, which is what I teach. So let's get to the last one, which is hypoglycemia. So hypoglycemia is the symptoms of that is you just crash, and you hit a wall, and you feel like you have to eat every 2 to 3 hours to actually keep your blood sugar stable. So that would be a sign of low blood sugar, which is hypoglycemia. And you have sudden cravings for sweets or coffee or alcohol. You cry easy. You have asthmatic attacks. You get hungry soon after eating, so you need to eat all the time. Oh, you wake up in the middle of the night and can't get back to bed. You're nervous, shaky, headaches. All this could be linked to, well, yeah, for sure, migraines. So if you're watching this and you have migraines, I'd be paying attention to this. And so these are the symptoms of hypoglycemia. And how does this lead to weight gain? Well, when you have a low blood sugar situation, your body is stressed, and what happens is, the sad part is, it starts to strip away at your precious metabolic engine, which is your muscle. And that's actually the problem with hypoglycemia, is you're breaking down your metabolic engine, because you need the muscle to have a robust metabolism to then be able to eat food and not gain weight. You can actually eat a lot of food when you have a very strong, robust metabolism. It's when you lower the metabolism that you end up yo-yo dieting, and this leads to weight gain, like more weight. So you starve and then you eat more, and then all this, you're actually adding more fat cells, and then it gets a lot harder to lose weight as time goes on. So this really, really needs to be addressed. So I'm going to stop my share here and just see if anyone has any questions before I move forward again. I'm looking to see if anyone does, and haven't seen anything yet. That's okay, it's my first show, and I'm here for you when you need. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to sharing my screen, and we are gonna go back to the training. Okay, so basically I've gone through 6 metabolic imbalances that lead to weight gain that are hard to lose. And so which one are you? This is the question. This is how we learn more about ourselves. This gives you an understanding of, oh yeah, I never really thought about that. That might be me. And if you are high on all of them, or some of them, or 2 or 3, here's what I want you to do. I want you to start with poor digestion. You need to fix digestion first. And so do everything you can to get that digestion working again, so that, remember, you're made of the food that you're eating. And food is information. You know, are you building health, or are you destroying health? Are you inflaming, or are you anti-aging? You know, so are you creating energy or not? All these things. So you want to really get that digestion working properly. So you start with good stomach acid. And then if, no, your digestion seems to be good. Okay, well then let's look at food allergies. That's the number 2 priority. Are you eating foods that is driving inflammation, and that's driving this stubborn weight that you want to release? So you want to look at the top food allergies and start to eliminate them so that you can start to strip away the fat and start to get healthy again. And then the third one would be Candida. So those are kind of the ones in order. So basically, the question I have for you is, how would you like to go from confusion and overwhelm and no change at all to burning way more calories, firing up fat loss, and reach your ideal weight faster than you ever thought possible? To be slim, strong, and sexy forever. Well, I have something really exciting. I have a new program, and it's designed to help you lose weight in a healthy way. This is a new way for a new world. There are too many missing pieces out there. There's too much confusion, as you can know. And I can just imagine, I see what's being advertised and promoted as healthy is not healthy. It's just, I shake my head. So I thought, oh, I got to get out and I need to share the truth and not the marketing, but really share with you a clear path. And there are actually 9 steps that you must follow in the right order to finally lose weight and keep it off for life and feel freaking sexy. Sexy means you have energy and vitality and you love how you look and feel, and you're showing up in a way that you're proud, okay? You develop these relationships and you feel sexy for yourself or your partner or whatever, but you just have this sexiness. It's awesome. So the program that I have actually rests on 3 major pillars. And again, being in the business of health for over 2 decades, the mistake I see so often is the shiny object syndrome. Well, you're looking to seal and you're looking for the next thing, but really the problem is you're toxic and we need to clean out the body and in a way where you feel good when you do it. So the program starts with cleaning out, bad thoughts, toxins, skincare that is driving this issue. So all the poisons, we need to actually clean our mind. We need to think differently. We need to clean our bodies. And we start with that. And then we go into healing the body. So once we've cleaned, get rid of all the old yucky waste products to make room for healthy, vibrant, youthful, sexy cells. That's what we need to do. And then we seal it in so you can be forever sexy, slim, and strong. Okay. So that's really the path to getting results that last a lifetime and have fun doing it. What I shared with you was 1 step out of the 9 steps, which is really the self-test assessment. So when we start with this type of approach, then we learn more about ourselves. What is pinpointing why I can't lose weight without expensive and time-consuming tests? It's a simple download. You just print it off and you can discover exactly what is driving the extra weight and how to solve it. Everything is all about solutions that work time and time again. Okay, so the other steps are important, but really we need to start with the first one, and that's what you learned today. So basically, I just want to invite you to book a free call if you want. If this interests you and you want to find your missing piece and you don't want to waste any more time, because really you're a busy woman and enough is enough. You've helped everybody else, but it's like, okay, no, it's my turn. I'm ready. I'm tired of trying to figure this out myself. I'm tired of wasting time with all these supplements or this medication that's not really getting me anywhere. And I wake up and I'm gaining more weight. I'm not losing it. By the time I go to bed, I feel really, really bad that I haven't stuck to my diet. We don't need to do this. We could do this in a way where you're not going to starve. You will not be overwhelmed, and you can actually have your favorite foods and wine. And so that's exactly the plan that I have available. And I'm offering you a free call. So you can see the link and you'll be able to click it, and we'll have 30 minutes and I'll quickly pinpoint your missing pieces and show you your next steps to actually lose the weight and keep it off for life. So thank you so much for joining. I will be here next Wednesday at 3:30. Again, it's interactive. So please send me your questions. I want to answer them. And really, we all need to do our part because, 88% of the population is metabolically broken. And children age 3 are actually getting fatty liver. this was an adult situation, now children age 3. So thanks to Michael Adams for sharing that. The children are suffering and we need to do a better job. And I know it starts with the women, because the women are the ones that tend to do self-care, and we need to do a better job. And so I'm looking for women that are ready, and I'm ready, and please join the group and I can show you exactly how to get results fast and they last, and have fun doing it. So thanks for joining, and make sure you book your call.